What up? This your boy C Boz, your host, and you watching Rock for Planet TV. And what I want to discuss is about what Tracy McGrady said. When Tracy McGrady said that about when LeBron brought up the whole ring culture and everybody got in their feelings about the other person, like the other person, just because that other person that did not win that ring, didn't win a ring, they should not be overlooked as the person that won more rings than that person. They not great like the person that won 5 or 6 rings and stuff, or 11 rings like Bill Russell. And Trace McGrady was saying how if you don't put me, if you put me with if we replace me with Kobe and line me up with Shaq and all that, I don't get to win a champion and stuff like that. And motherfuckers was saying to Trace McGrady how you wasn't like stop trying to disrespect Trace, stop trying to disrespect Kobe like you was this nigga and all that, and how you was better than Kobe and this, that, and the third. And my response to this is that Tracy McGrady did not say that he was better than Kobe. Kobe was his dog and all that. He spoke nothing but highly positivity when Kobe was here on this earth. Why would he talk shit about Kobe and then demonize Kobe and stuff? And Tracy McGrady didn't say that. Tracy McGrady was saying how the teams that he was on, whether it was Orlando, some people said that he was up 3-1 lead and he blew a 3-1 lead, and two, you play with Yao Ming. And I want to like address that in response to the haters out there by saying, first and foremost, when Tracy McGrady was in Orlando, all he had was fucking injured ass, prone ass Grant Hill. He didn't have no help in Orlando. Yes, he blew a 3-1 lead against the Pistons, and I think he blew a 3-1 lead in one of those playoffs against. I don't know if it was the Hornets, but I know it was the Pistons. People gotta understand what type of help that Tracy McGrady had. Yes, he had an up and coming young Mike Miller, but Mike Miller was on his way out getting traded somewhere else. I think he got traded to the Memphis Grizzlies at that time when the Orlando Magic let Mike Miller go. But still, Tracy McGrady did not say nothing disrespectful to Kobe. And him blowing a 3-1 lead back in the day, man, for sakes, we're talking about Tracy McGrady that has back-to-back scoring titles, back-to-back scoring champion. He may not have all defensive team like a Kobe, but Tracy McGrady was a fucking dog in the early 2000s. And in the mid 2000s when we went to the Rockets for Steve Francis and stuff and Cuttino Mobley. Okay. But other than that, man, Tracy McGrady didn't say nothing bad. Now, he would have won the ring with the Lakers had it would just be Shaq and Tracy McGrady? Well, he would have won a ring, only one ring, but I don't see Tracy McGrady going with a three-peated. Nah, I take that back. They would have went back to back. He would have went back to back with Shaq, but three-peated, no. Cause the three-peat, it would have been hard and it would have been very difficult for them to three-peat. So I see them going back to back if he would have had a Shaq. Now, all the people that saying that Tracy McGrady was complaining and stuff, he had Yao Ming. Yao Ming was cool, but he was a weak superstar center. It was nothing. Me growing up in Houston, me meeting Tracy McGrady twice as a kid, at the age of 7 years old, all the way to 9 to 10 years old. I met him twice, signed my autograph, my Houston Rockets jersey at the time. The whole nine, gave me 2 free tickets with me and my homegirl at the time. He didn't have no help in Houston either. He didn't have a good, solid role players. Like, who the fuck he had? Aaron Brooks, Chuck Hayes, fucking Tyronn Lue, I think, was on that squad. Washed up as the Dikembe Mutombo. Who else he had on the Rocket squad? Rayford Austin was nice. Skip to my Lou was nice. Shane Battier was cool. But those are just little. He only had little fucking help on those Houston Rockets squad. Luis Scola just came into the league. Got drafted in 07, the 07 draft against the Spurs, but got traded to the Houston Rockets, I believe. That nigga didn't even have no help in with the Houston Rockets. Yao Ming was not enough. Pairing with somebody with Yao Ming was not a fucking enough to get out the fucking first round. It just wasn't. So try the fuck again. He didn't have no help in Orlando, and he didn't have no help in Houston. And I grew up in Houston after Hurricane Katrina for like 10 fucking, scratch that. Yeah, 10 years in Houston. And looking at the roster with the Houston Rockets that he had, whether it was Chuck Hayes, Luis Scola, Aaron Brooks, Shane Battier, old as the Dikembe Mutombo, who was still putting up numbers, but he was old. I know I'm missing somebody on the list that was also old on it. Oh, an old ass Bonzi Wells. Stop it. All Tracy McGrady was saying, if he had somebody like Shaq in the early 2000s, he don't win a championship. He was not trying to demonize. I can't say that fucking word for shit. He was not trying to downgrade Kobe or disrespect him. And there's certain words they are still trying to demonize him. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I know I was like struggling, man, with that word, man. But yeah, Tracy McGrady said what he said. He was in disrespect to Kobe. Like, nothing wrong that Tracy McGrady was saying. He just didn't have help with the Orlando Magic or the Rockets. And y'all was not enough for him to get out the first round. That's all there is to it. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Peace.